Welcome to Real Talk with Sterling Real Estate Group, your go-to podcast for all things real estate related. Each episode, we break down the latest market trends, share insider tips, and bring in local industry experts to offer valuable insights that empower your journey. Whether you're buying, selling, building, or investing, we're here to help you navigate the ever-changing landscape with clarity and confidence. Let's get real about real estate. Hi, welcome to Real Talk with Sterling Real Estate Group. Today's guest we have with us, Michael Caruso, and Michael is one of our agents here at Sterling Real Estate Group, and Michael is also the site coordinator at Aspen Hills in Johnstown, and it's our first modular community that we have launched. Welcome, Michael. So excited to have you here.
Thrilled to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
We're super excited. First modular subdivision at Aspen Hills. So again, really thrilled to be here and talk a little bit about it.
And it's taking off, right?
It's
doing well.
Yeah, so we have 7 home sites available, 9 different plans. We already have 3 reserved. Really just seems like everyone's lining up to learn more or get their home site. So really exciting stuff.
So we're talking about, now you said 3 reserved. I believe we have 3 sold.
Or excuse me, 3 sold.
Yeah, so that's a difference, right? I know it's been a long day for you.
3 are sold. One's already built, and we have 2 more hitting production in, I'd say, within the month.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So let's start off with, there's a lot of misconceptions out there.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
With a modular, a manufactured home, a trailer. Everyone thinks a modular home is a manufactured home or a trailer. So let's just get that out of the way and let's talk about the difference.
So a couple things. So modular home is going to be put on a permanent foundation, meaning that it's real property. Now, a manufactured or a trailer, they're built under federal code. So meaning that they're able to be moved or replaced.
Right.
So it is a different ball game. These are very high quality built homes, very comparable to stick built, on-site stick built. So there is a major difference, in regards to real property and something that isn't real property.
Right. And the quality control is much. I mean, it's built inside. It's out of the elements.
Well, correct. Yeah. So it's built in a climate controlled factory. Before any of the wood is put to work, it's inspected. They have a whole inspection process. They moisture test the lumber, not to exceed 19% moisture content. If it does, they won't use it. And all the lumber comes in from the tarped from Canada by the truckload.
And it has to be stamped, right?
Well, it has to be construction grade lumber. So we look at that too. But yeah, there's a lot. It's a very different ball game once you get into modular versus manufactured or mobile.
Oh, completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different. Yeah. I was lucky enough to have a tour.
Yeah.
Where the homes are being built, and I was floored.
Yeah.
I was floored. I mean, the quality of construction is amazing. And I think I told you the story. I had a client come in. And she was in a price point for new construction, which in this area you just could not find.
Yeah.
And I said, what about modular? And he was insistent that a modular was a manufactured home or trailer. And I could not tell him, no matter what I did. His mind was made up. He knew what he knew. And I said, let's go take a ride. Let's go look at a couple houses. And I took him down to Northline.
Right.
Walked in the house, walked around. He's like, wow, this is really nice. I'm like, do you like this layout? He's like, this is great. So we go in the basement, and I'm like, for sure, now he's going to see the marriage wall, which if you don't, I know what it is because I was taught. But anybody else, they're not going to know. But he's looking up, and he's looking up. I'm like thinking to myself, here it comes. He's going to ask. He didn't say anything. We get done. We, go to the second floor. Loves it. We get outside. I shut the door and I said, so what'd you think? Did is this something you could see yourself living in? He goes, this is a great layout, but I don't need the second level. I said, that's fine. I go, you're in a modular. And his mouth dropped.
Yeah.
And he said,
you can't tell really.
Okay, you got me.
Yeah.
He goes, I really thought it was a manufactured home. He had no idea.
Wow.
And I got to tell
Yeah.
you, he was impressed by that basement, 9-foot basements, the egress windows. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
so
makes all the difference, and
yeah,
it's over the past 20 25 years, it's really become a different thing.
right,
It's again, it's extremely comparable to
right,
on-site stick
right.
construction. So yeah, that's again, it's really a different, it's
Yeah.
really different ballpark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I know, the owner of Bill Lake Homes, and
Yes.
that's the company building the modulars out at
Yes.
Aspen Hills.
Hmm.
I know when he took over the company, he even changed the building codes and went a few steps higher than what's mandated by the state,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I know that that was being done, which is nice. So
Yeah,
so oh,
and just to add to that, basically, modular, and again, just to add to that, but modular is built to region, state, and local code, and
right.
that again, that's just the difference. Manufactured or trailer is going to be built to federal.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So
Much different,
yeah,
much different. So, in your opinion, Michael,
yeah,
what's the biggest benefit of
yeah,
building a new home at Aspen Hills?
yeah. It's a couple things. So we'll talk about the land first. I mean, everything is right there. Municipal water and sewer. And that's, I mean,
That
it,
that's
it,
that's key.
right.
Yeah,
And then, underground utilities, natural gas, electric. So it's just a couple of those things that, you look into something like this and that it's already out of the way. As in new construction, you look at different home sites
right,
and you never really know what's under the dirt.
right,
Um,
exactly.
all my clients ever worked with, let's do a perk test before, we put in an offer. So, again, it's all there.
Right, it's all there for you. Yeah.
It's basically shovel ready.
Hmm.
Um, the second thing is going to be the location. Your minutes from the town, Johnstown School District. The schools are close. You're centrally located. I mean, you're about an hour from Saratoga. You're 20 minutes from the Sacandaga Lake,
Yeah, very
and
close.
and
Yeah.
your minutes from I-90, and it's close to the Adirondacks. I mean, this is really just a perfect opportunity for anyone that's looking to get back to New York.
Right.
Anyone that works remotely, new home buyers, as well as downsizers. There's again, it's the location's
Right.
great, and then when building with Aspen Hills, there's a we I know new construction can kind of be a little bit stressful. We make it a little bit easier for you. One of the things that we do is, once you found your home site, you're moving forward. We've already designed your floor plan. Next comes selections, exterior and interior.
Right.
So you have a personalized design meeting with our design coordinator.
And I know your design coordinator. She's
Yeah, she's
fabulous.
fantastic. So
Yes.
she does
Yeah.
a great job.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and that's, I mean, if you don't know what you want, that could be very helpful. But
Right.
if you know what you want, that can also just make it that much more
Right.
seamless. So
And that's included in the price.
it's
It's
included.
it's a
Yeah,
service that the builder provides.
yeah,
Right.
absolutely. So, I mean, again, I kind of went through down a few different avenues,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think those are probably the biggest.
Okay.
Um,
So I know at Aspen Hills,
mhm,
you have your marketing packet and
yeah,
you have what, 7 plans.
yeah,
Um, if a homeowner came in and said, I don't really like any of these plans,
okay.
there's other options because there's so many different things
Well, right. So, um, just to be clear, all these plans are customizable.
right,
Between layout, exterior, we can look at extending the module.
right.
So there's a few different things at play. You can design, have a different grid pattern in your windows. We could look at adding a dormer. So it's not fixed.
Right.
You have options in that space.
Several options, right.
Well,
Yeah.
right. So, yeah, and I mean, that's also another great benefit of working with us. You kind of have the freedom to design your home, and you can have a lot of fun with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I mean, you're building, right, your brand new home. You get to
Yeah,
personalize it to what you want,
e-
which is nice.
exactly.
And again, your selections coordinator, a great eye for design, and
Absolutely.
so
Yeah,
that helps. It takes a lot of stress off.
yeah,
Let's talk about the price point because
yeah,
modulars are, I mean, I've seen some modulars that are
yeah.
very expensive. They're huge.
Well, right.
But in Johnstown, it's affordable, and I know we all
Yeah,
know what's going on in the
yeah,
housing market.
right,
And a lot of new construction is not affordable for most people, but
right.
the modular becomes affordable.
Well,
What's the starting price point at Aspen Hills?
I believe 365.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I mean, it's fantastic.
Where are you going to find a brand new house? And what does that give you? What, 2 to 3 bedrooms, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
three bedroom, 2 bedroom, 2 bath. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's I mean still
Full basement,
full basement,
9-foot
9-foot
ceilings,
ceilings.
finishable living space.
Exactly. So again, this is just a really special opportunity
Yeah. Yeah.
for anyone that wants to build new construction. Um, the opportunities are really endless.
Right. Right.
So
Tell me, so if I was to go out and build, right,
yeah,
go to a regular, new construction community,
sure.
by the time I get to permit, it could be anywhere from 6 to 8 months. Some
Yeah,
of our custom higher end builders can be 12 to 14,
right,
16
right.
months. What is the typical time
Yeah,
from home site reservation
yeah.
to the home being done?
Yeah, and there's a few things that could adjust the time, but
Right.
if we're moving quickly, you can be in around 4 or 5 months.
That's amazing.
Yeah, production is typically 8 to 9 weeks. There is some time that gets eaten up in engineering,
Right.
but yeah, it's pretty amazing. You can get in quickly. It's what July. It's beginning of July now. So,
Right.
I mean, you can argue if you're moving quickly, you
Right.
can still have some time to get in while the weather's still good.
Right. And
So
being by the holidays.
well, right. So yeah, it's about I mean, you could say it's a quarter or less than that at
Yeah.
the time that an on-site stick project would take.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Much longer.
yeah,
Much longer. So what does the process look like after someone
yeah,
gets a home site reservation? So
yeah,
you're meeting with a client,
hmm
you walk all the different home sites,
yeah,
they land on one, you take a reservation.
yeah.
What's the deposit that they need to give
It,
for
it
the
yeah.
reservation?
So for the home site reservation, it's going to be $1,500
Okay.
for the deposit. At that point, they're moving forwards. Then we're going to go into designing of the floor plan, which is your CAD drawing. So our team works with Bill Lake Modular Homes
Right.
to design the layout, elevation, really get down the CAD drawing before we move on to a request for the prints, but also selections with their design coordinator.
Right.
So it's CAD drawing to selections, and then there's engineering work done with the prints, and then after that, once selections are done, all additional pricing is considered. We would go to contract.
Right.
And then after that, it's production.
That's your waiting time.
Well,
Yeah.
right, yeah, it's
Yeah.
production, and then the day of set. I'm
Which
sure.
is exciting.
Well, right, and I've been to a couple, and it's great. A lot of people from the community come out and watch because it's really not something you see every day, and
Right.
it's unique. Um, and then after that, once it's set, the first thing they do in a modular set is they set the modules on the
On the
foundation.
foundation.
They have a set crew tie in the marriage walls,
Right.
as well as install the roof. So everything gets set structurally first,
And
and
that's
then
one day, right?
it is one day.
One
Yeah,
day.
some sets, if it's a larger project, it'll
Right.
take two. But it's one day. And then after that, in the following weeks, they have your electrician come, HVAC guy, a plumber, just tying the utilities because all the rough in for the plumbing and electric is already in the home
Right. Yeah.
through production. Um, and then after that, it's really just interior, exterior finish work. Um, so I know with the homes, not all the siding is able to be put on during production. So they'll ship that loose.
Right.
And then it's a similar concept with the flooring. So they can only put it in one half of the module, and then they'll ship the rest to be installed on site by your builder. So
Really?
there are a few things that still
Okay.
need to be done. But yeah, after that, you're really not too
But
far.
the kitchen is all installed. The
Yeah,
granite,
yes. Oh
everything
yeah.
is
So 85% complete means your shingles are on. I'd say about 70% of the siding, uh, doors, windows, your granite or quartz countertops, um,
which is included.
which is included. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot. That's another huge benefit.
Yeah.
All your cabinetry, bathroom and kitchen,
Carpet.
carpets installed. So again, it's a bunch of different things that are done.
Right.
There still needs to be a little bit of button-up work.
Right. Right.
But
You just
again,
don't drop it, set it, and move in, right?
well,
Yeah.
right. So, um,
So
yeah,
what's about the time frame for when it's set?
yeah, I would say
Depending on the amount of work. What's like
I would probably budget 6, 7 weeks.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, um, yeah, I mean that's a typical what I've seen
Right.
personally.
Right.
So
Interesting.
yeah,
So one day, once the house is set,
yeah,
is that the same if it's like a colonials, right? So a ranch
yeah,
comes in 2,
yeah.
colonial comes in 4,
Yes,
right?
yep.
Is that still about the same time frame or is
Colonials, that's a set date that could potentially take 2 days.
okay.
Um, typically they'll set the first two, and then there might need additional work on another day, but typically they can get that done within a day.
Right.
Um, ranches and capes all day. It's one day, so
Right.
um,
And you talked about the roof.
yeah,
So when I was at the factory,
yeah,
they were talking about the roof, how the roof folds down, and
yeah.
then when it's delivered,
Y-
it pops up.
Yeah, so it's a very interesting concept. I give kudos to whoever invented this, but it's a hinged roof truss system. So it's I mean it's collapsed during transit because you just
Right.
have to go on the roads, um, and then once it's set on site, um, there's crane work involved to pick up that truss and have it upheld. Yeah, it's a very interesting concept. In the Capes, it'll be a 12-12 roof pitch. You'll have the two-story living. It'll be unfinished.
Unless you want it finished during,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's an offering here at Aspen Hills. If you want to
Yeah.
finish, that's something we look into, and it's great because all the plumbing and electric is stubbed up to the second floor, so it's there.
Right. So
Uh,
someone who's handy could finish it themselves.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so before when you were talking about,
Yep.
talking about the process and it goes like CAD drawings,
Yes.
does that still happen if they pick a plan out of the marketing packet and say, nope, this is exactly what we want?
Yeah,
Here you go.
it does. It does. Yeah.
Okay.
So the CAD drawing will still be drawn up.
Okay.
You're not going to look at any revisions though. You'll just go straight to
Correct.
the print request as well,
Right.
as well as selections.
All right. So
So
that speeds up the time a little bit, right?
it does. Typically, turnaround for that is about a week to have
Okay.
them drawn up, which is, I mean, it's pretty quick. Yeah, sometimes folks will spend a couple weeks in design, which I completely understand
Yeah.
because
They
you
want to
got
get it right.
you
Yeah.
want to get it right, you want to get what you want. But others will be like, this is what I want, and
And that's what you're going to get,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
In your opinion, what do you think is the most efficient and cost efficient? What is the most efficient and cost efficient when building a modular? Or
What type of
um,
plan?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Do you
yes.
have a favorite plan, or there's a couple out
I
there I know have been
so
really taking off?
so I'll give you my favorite plan, but I'll
Hmm.
also give you I'd say the most cost effective slash efficient. So we'll start with what's most cost effective. Um, it's going to be the Cape plan.
Okay,
Most of the Cape plans advertised are going to be 2 bed, 2 bath, um, with the opportunity, like we just talked about, to
right.
finish out the upstairs. You don't have to do it right away, um, but if you do, it could add tremendous value to your
Gives you
home.
another 2 bedrooms or
Right,
another bedroom and
right,
bonus room
right, exactly.
and a full bath.
Right, and I mean, you can really frame it, frame out the rooms however you want. You can have open living up there, or you can make bedrooms like you just said.
Right.
So it's kind of a free canvas up there for you to do what you want, and get another full bath. I mean,
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
at that point, you have 2 beds, 2 baths base in the plan. Now you have a 4 bedroom, 3 bedroom house, and let's say you did a nine, again, the basement, there's a lot of opportunity. I also think it allows the end user to grow into the home.
Right.
um Again, if they don't want to do it right away, they have the opportunity to do it further down the line
Right.
by
Right.
themselves or to
Yeah.
hire someone. So um I'm really big fan of the Cape, just flexible plan. My favorite floor plan out of the 9 is going to be the Rosemary.
Okay.
It's a 1,400 square foot ranch, a little
Yeah.
over 1,400. It's got a 2-car garage, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. Um, I just think it's a very versatile plan, open living. You know, two of the bedrooms are on one side, and then you have the primary on the other.
Right, which is
Uh,
nice for
Yeah,
privacy. Yeah.
which you know, you're seeing a lot of people tend to like nowadays, I
Yeah.
think.
And
So
Jeff had said that's a fairly new plan, and he
it,
had told me a couple weeks ago he had named the plan after my mother. You
oh,
know that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or maybe
Now,
you didn't know that. Does it
he,
make sense now?
no,
Right.
no,
Yeah.
he did tell me that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's yeah. I know most of the plans he was telling me, you know, are based off of friends, family,
Yes.
and
Yep.
dogs.
Yep. The Cynthia. I love the Cynthia plan,
Yeah,
which is named after his wife.
yeah, yeah,
So I think that, that's special
y-
how he did that, which is
yeah,
really cool.
yeah, yeah. No, it's great.
Yeah. So you like the rosemary.
Yeah,
Talk about the Joshua. I know that you
yes.
have a different set of specs for even more affordable,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So there are first off, Joshua comes in a ranch floor plan as well as a cape.
Yeah.
So again, you have the option to go either or. Um, it's 1,245 square feet, 3 bedroom, 2 bath.
That's
Uh,
amazing.
yeah, and again with the cape, you can almost get up to 3,000 square feet in that cape house if you go with a full foundation
Right.
and you finish out the upstairs. Um, so again, you can Cape, very very big fan of the Cape. Now it was value engineered to drive the costs down, so it is an economical plan.
Right.
Um, we have all the plumbing and electric in one uh, module, lack of better terms, boxes. They are built in boxes,
Right.
so all the plumbing and electric is on one side of the home. A majority, pretty much all the materials, your interior features like your LVP, your quartz, your fabric wood
Savvy wood cabinets are a
cabinets. Yeah,
higher end,
R-
they're
r-
better than Marilat.
right. So really, what this plan is, it's an attainable floor plan for anyone that may be looking for something economical. What happened was, all the materials, interior and exterior, purchased in bulk, so we
Right.
can drive down the cost. So it's a really great opportunity. I know there's definitely an appetite for that type of home out there, and
Yeah.
we're really excited about it. Yeah,
Yeah. I got to tell you, I love that floor plan. One of our agents here, right, sold the
yeah,
Joshua.
yeah.
And I mean, you walk in
Hmm.
the living room, great space,
Right.
all open to the kitchen, a separate seating area,
Yeah.
I mean, comfortably you could fit a table at
Well,
6,
right.
right?
Right.
Expanded to 8. You have your washer and dryer on the same level.
Right.
So for someone who's right sizing, that's great for them. Everything is on one level.
Well, right, and the other thing I love about that plan is that the exterior door is on. It can be either on the right or left side, but you
Right.
have an opportunity to maybe put a small garage, one car, or
Yeah.
even if you want to put something bigger, a 2 car garage there. Just have it stick framed, or I know the factory can panelize it as well.
Right.
Panelizing meaning they can build the walls as well as pre-build the walls and the roof.
Hmm.
So yeah, great opportunity. Um,
Yeah. The primary bedroom has its own bath.
Right.
I mean,
Primary bedroom has its
it
own bath.
really is a
Yep.
sweet layout.
It
And
is.
again, I keep going back to the 9-foot basements because you
Yeah.
get down there
Yeah.
and you're just like, and especially in a ranch,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
You got 1,245 square feet in a basement of finishable living space.
Right.
You put your egress windows in, and if somebody wants
Right.
2 egress windows, obviously you guys can do that
Yeah.
as
Can
well.
can absolutely accommodate for
Yeah.
that.
Talk to our listeners
Yeah.
about the regular poured cement foundation
Mhm.
versus, and I just drew a blank on the
Superior
superior wall
walls. Yeah. Yeah.
system. I don't know why I drew a blank on that.
Yeah. So, you know, regular poured is really the traditional way to do it. Superior walls, it's such an interesting concept, but they are kind of in the same business as modular.
Right.
It's a precast foundation wall. It's built in it's developed in a factory. The walls are already insulated. They show up on typically it's 2 trucks. I actually went to a set for it. And it was really I've never seen anything like it. But basically, they pick them up on a crane, they set them, um, and they're done in 4 or 5 hours. It's
Wow.
it's insane. Yeah. I was very fascinating concept. Yeah.
And I understand, like, the house could be set right after those walls are set.
Well, right. Yeah. Yeah. It's, I mean, that's definitely been a discussion before. Yeah.
Right.
Um, so yeah, they're very, very, very interesting, concept and product.
Right. It's
Yeah.
amazing. You have to let us know when they're going to set out at Aspen Hills the next.
Oh, I absolutely will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can get a bunch of us and go out there because it,
Yeah.
So tell our listeners, how can people get a hold of you?
Yeah.
You obviously, you're a licensed real estate agent.
Yeah,
You're also our
absolutely.
site coordinator
Yeah.
at Aspen Hills. And how can they get a hold of you? And
Yeah.
when they call, if they're interested in the modular, are they able to get to the factory?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So
Okay.
a couple things. Well, firstly, yeah, you can reach me at 631-953-5002 is my cell. You can go on the website for Sterling, and it'll have Aspen Hills, more information about that. But give me a call. We can go out to the site. Please, we encourage you to come out to the factory. It's something you really haven't seen before. And should I add the email as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Michael32 Caruso at gmail.com. So
Yeah. So now we know. And just so our viewers know, we're going to have Michael's information embedded into our show notes as well. But I encourage our listeners, if you're local, give Michael a call, set up an appointment to get to the factory. I really think they're going to be blown away.
Yeah.
I know I was. I went twice.
Yeah.
I'd love to go again. So and then just
come on out.
seeing the home set is fun.
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
Well, Michael, thank you. Is there anything else that we missed that we need to touch base on?
I think we covered it all.
Okay.
So yeah, no, thank you for having me on. This was awesome. Come visit Aspen Hills.
Awesome. Wonderful. Michael, thank you so much. Yeah. And again, thank you for listening to our episode at Real Talk at Sterling Real Estate Group. Thanks for tuning into this week's episode of Real Talk with Sterling Real Estate Group. Make sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. If you have any questions about real estate or topics you'd like us to cover, we'd love to hear from you. Reach out to us at info@sterling518.com.